in life, I feel like every time, I feel like at some point in my life, I gotta make a decision. And I'm gonna have to choose to live with the consequences, right? And this is why I don't like hospitals. Because everybody was staring at me, waiting for me to convince the terrorists that this is the right thing to do. People who can't even pronounce her name, no offense to them. They strangers. It's surgery, and they do this all the time. They do a lot of things all the time, and they fuck up. And I have to sit here and, like, ready myself. I could either go home with a girl and a baby, or I could just go home with my baby, or I could go home by myself. And I gotta live with that shit. Like, they just asking me to, like, oh, is that okay? Fuck you mean, bro? Like it's just that easy. Oh, tell us? I'm like, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Chill with that shit. So now I gotta come to terms with whatever the outcome of this shit is gonna be. And hopefully when I go to edit this video, everything's alright. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise,
no matter what people say, always figure it out for yourself.
I know you said you wait for me, but lately I've been running. You telling me I'm perfect, or what you see is what I'm really showing. I've been on the road. I got some petty dough. I got way too focused.
I got blueberry muffin stuck in my teeth. Please forgive me.
To your text, I use just emojis, cause when you get up in your feelings, that energy be so in motion. Pharaoh said, teach the queens. You got it and they want it, but I'm passing out the tidbits.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Westbrook the moon in the studio. I said Westbrook in the studio. Nigga! Merry Christmas, nigga! Merry Christmas, nigga! Oh, shit. Let me tell you. Fuck Christmas, first of all. Fuck Christmas, nigga. Fuck Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I got my reasons why I don't like Christmas. But now, I love me some Christmas. Can't get enough of some Christmas. Christmas is Christmas, y'all. As they say in the hood, it crim, y'all. It crim. It's motherfucking crim 2018, but... And if you're wondering why I'm saying Westbrook in the studio when I'm sitting in my car, obviously you've not been a part of this channel for very long. And if you're wondering why I'm so hyped, obviously you don't fucking know me in my personal life, because I just came back from the hospital. I'm on my way back to the hospital right now. Full disclaimer, you saw me crying at the beginning of this video, but that don't mean shit. It do mean two things. One, I'm a real ass nigga. Two, I love my girl and my baby. I had a horrible night last night that was capped off with pure bliss. And it was pure bliss in multiple ways. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to tell the story, because I don't know if the story ever going to be told from my perspective. Since the terrorist is at the hotel, the hospital right now sleeping, I'm going to tell the story, right? And as I'm telling the story, we're going to cut to the clips that are approved to be shown in this video by me and Bay. And I just keep telling what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm asleep Christmas Eve night. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a nigga was stirring. Not even a mouse. You know what I'm saying? We was getting chilly. You know what I'm saying? Drinking drinks. We drinking drinks around this motherfucker. Smoking smoke. Knocked out. Boom. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember if Sateris was rubbing my back. I don't remember what she was doing. But oh no, that was the day before Christmas Eve. So then Christmas Eve, that night, I'm laying down. I'm sober. Hey, man, sober. I'm a smoker. I was smoking. I wasn't. So we laying down. I'm laying down. She's sitting on the couch because we got a couch in our room. And she was like sleeping on the couch. I'm laying down, though. I'm awake. And she was like waking up out of her sleep. Tim, I got to pee. I need you to help me to the bathroom. But then when I got to where she was at, mind you, it's like this much space. It's a lot of space between our couch and our bed. But my hands can't obviously fit. It's like I could walk fast enough. But this nigga will fall back asleep, right? Right back asleep. Tim, oh my God, I think my water broke. Some shit she would say. We got to go to the hospital right now. Some shit she would say. But every time I get over to the couch, all right, let's go. She sleep. Boom. So I'm like, fuck it. She crying wolf. I'm going to go to sleep. Went to sleep. Came, woke up Christmas morning. She chilling. Contractions. They was happening all these other, they've been happening in the past 3-4 days since I've been back. Contractions. She dilated. She 3 centimeters. You know what I'm saying? I think we ate breakfast. And she was like, Tim, want to go to the hospital. Mind you, I'm not the going to the hospital type. Let me get this. I hate hospitals. And you can see why in the beginning of this fucking video. I hate hospitals. So I'm like, all right, well, I mean, if you ain't dilated all the way or whatever, blah, blah, I'm trying to make as many excuses as I can. Like, nigga, we don't need to go to the hospital right this second. They just gonna send us home. Now, mind you, we sat in that bitch for about 6-7 hours before anything even happened. So, I mean, chalked it up to just labor, whatever, but we was sitting in that piece, you know what I'm saying? So, I took her to the hospital. They're like, you could be going through labor, these contractions coming fast enough, boom, boom. I'm like, excited, you know what I'm saying? It's Christmas Eve at like 8:50, or no, 6. We went there at 6:30. They ain't tell her she was in labor. Her water ain't break until midnight, 12:30. 12:24, I think to be exact, her water broke. Boom. And, back and forth, she like, oh, I gotta pee, help me out the hospital bed. So I'm getting up off the couch, I'm helping her out the hospital bed, back and forth. She like, I got a boo-boo. They telling her, don't push if you think you got a shit, because you can push the baby, whatever. And she's like, steady getting up. I'm like, dog, I'm about to lay some towels and just pee in the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's just us in here. Who the fuck cares? Like, pee in the bed, nigga. If I don't care, nobody's opinion should matter. You feel me? I'm like, fuck it. If it's uncomfortable for you to keep getting up, and then we got to move the IV thing, you know what I'm saying? Then she got to walk back and forth. And then when she asked them could she walk, they was like, we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? So we steady got to plug in and unplug the baby monitors. I'm like, nigga, pee in the bed. They got the pads in there. They gave us all these towels. We'll lay the towels down, pee in the fucking bed. She thinks she peeing. She thinks she peeing in the bed. Oh, Tim, I'm peeing myself. I'm peeing all over the place. I'm like, keep going. Just keep going. As long as you comfortable, I'm comfortable. Let me know when the motherfucking towels are soaked. I'll swap them out. She like, boom. Couple minutes later, the towels are soaked. Swap them out. So I'm going to grab the towels. And I ain't got no gloves on. This is my girl, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we about to have a baby. Like, the first thing from my mind is, nigga, you got to grab pissy towels with your bare hands. That's the last thing I'm thinking. So I grabbed the towels, and they bone dry. I'm like, Sateris, you ain't pissed on none of these towels. You talking about they soaking wet. These motherfuckers dry as hell. She like, what? And mind you, at this point, she had walked into the bathroom while I was changing the towels so she could pee some more. She like, what you mean they dry? I'm like, they drop. She like, all right, close the door. I'm going to try to do my business. Sit here as long as I can. She sitting there. She chilling. She come back out. She contracted a little bit at the door. I get up to help her walk to the bed. Soon as I put her in the bed, she chilling. She like, Tim, I'm peeing right now. I'm like, all this talk of peeing, you know, but the towels ain't there. So I'm like, all right, all this talk of peeing, you ain't peeing nothing. But I look and I see a little drop of blood. Not a little drop, but it was an amount that you would see if situations were either progressing or getting wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, that looked good. It had a little fluid around it that looked wet. Wasn't blood, it was water-ish. So I get my flashlight, because we had dimmed the lights in that piece. Gotta set the mood. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Man's legs and shit up in the air and shit. You gotta set the mood. So I set the mood for Bay and shit. Lights down low and shit. Set the little ambiance and shit like that. But I had to put my flashlight on and shit to get a good look down there. You know what I'm saying? And it was drenched. You know what I'm saying? Water broke. And it was just gushing and fluids was coming out the whole time. She got to get the epidural. Everything is just going crazy. And this is when the clip comes in that you've seen in the beginning of this video. I'm like chilling on the couch. We both get ready. She sleep. Let me hit the shit because this shit stressed me out. She sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep, but I'm ordering stuff online for her and the baby. I'm just like, ooh, jewelry, ooh, booties, ooh, fucking, the shirt with the titties. You can pull the titty out and stick it in the baby mouth. I'm just, I'm going nuts on the Amazon, right? I'm buying shit. And they walk in the room. It's like 4 a.m, bro. Oh. Now, mind you, they like come back in. They coming in every 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour, turning her over. Like shit, the baby keep moving. She only 4 centimeters dilated. Baby keep moving, so they can't track the heart. But since she already got the epidural, she laying on her side. So they like, shit, we can't try to baby heart. So they keep flipping her. Then they just come in out of nowhere like, shit, we got to do a C-section. But not only do we want to do the C-section. Well, first of all, they was like, we recommend you do a C-section. And these are our reasons why. We can keep up with baby heartbeat, yada, yada, yada. Every time you have a contraction, the baby heart rate slow down. Not dramatically, but in the instance of if we had to wait for you to for your cervix to expand from 4 centimeters dilated to 10 or 6 centimeters dilated to where we can actually do something, it ain't enough time. We see it, it's getting worse, and we don't see it getting better, basically. So we gotta do a C-section. Now, mind you, I don't fuck with hospitals. I'm not up on current C-section technology. Every chick that I see with a C-section, no offense to the women out there that get C-sections, I swear, but even my own mom, like, I promise you I don't mean this with no disrespect, but they look like they got gutted. You know what I'm saying? So, in my mind, I'm thinking about the surgery, and I'm like, my nigga, you, what? Like, and then the way she explained it before she came, she like, oh, motherfuckers be dying. I mean, obviously, she like weighed the statistics and told us all this shit. But what I'm hearing is like, motherfuckers be dying. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the track record of the hospitals, especially some of the other ones that we've been to since we've been here. Labor is a one-shot deal. It's not like we can come in there. Surgery is like a one-shot deal, especially a C-section. It's not like we can come in this bitch, right? And she's 6 weeks into the pregnancy and it's a checkup and y'all fuck up and miss the vein when y'all trying to do the potassium and while y'all trying to get her hydrated so she's not dehydrated, and then we can just change hospitals. hospitals. Like, nigga, this is it. This is the last little go round. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tweaking, like, and dog, I hate, it's 2019, first of all, bruh. Like, I'm gonna jump back to why I was crying. It's 2019, first of all, bruh. If you're not crying about your loved ones, you a fucking pussy. First of all, nigga. Like, what type of grown-ass man out here making babies and doing all this shit with people that they don't care about in 2019? I'm not finna sit there and be thinking about the fact that I can either go home by myself, go home with just the baby, or go home with just the tears after we done all of this preparation. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to take the back seat because I'm telling these niggas, leave me out of the decision, even though I got the opinion. I'm like, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck no, I think we should just wait. But I'm also open-minded, so I was like, listen, I think we should just wait, because everybody kept looking at me, and I kept trying to, like, just kind of take myself out of the conversation and stare at the TV. But, you know, obviously, once you're a dad, you can't do that no more. And now I'm a grown man, so my beard come with responsibilities. You feel me? That nigga beard come with responsibilities these days. So instead of looking away from everybody like I wanted to, I noticed at the peripheral, because I wasn't really watching the TV, everybody was looking at me to help Soteris make the decision. But what I also knew was Soteris wasn't being who she was with all these people. It was like 6 doctors, or 2 doctors and 3 nurses, a surgeon. Everybody was in the room. And when the first lady came in to offer up when she said, okay, I really think we need to do this, she came in by herself, and when she was walking out, she said, we're going to give y'all some time to talk about it. But mind you, everybody else is filing in during this time. Now this bitch done came back in, no offense to this lady, but now she done came back in. So I'm like, bro, like, I ain't had no time to just look at Soteris and just cry real quick. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. And everybody just in the room. So when they literally turned towards me, like the head doctor was like turned towards me, and she trying to convince me, I'm like, bro, don't convince me shit. First of all, it's not my body. You know what I'm saying? So Soteris gonna have to decide what she want to do. If she already said yeah, then it's not for you to, that's what I said. It's not for you to convince me. But what I need y'all to do is get out the room. Straight up. I'm like, no disrespect to all of y'all. I respect y'all credentials and shit, even though I don't like hospitals, and even though I don't think I need doctors. Not to the extent of, like, if my limbs get chopped off, but I feel like, you know, as long as you're eating healthy and shit like that, going to regular checkups and some of that shit, I feel like it's overrated. That's just my personal opinion. Whatever. I got this whole thing that I'm against with pharmaceutical companies and all that shit, and that shit just dive a little bit deep for me, so I kind of try to stay away from that. But, you know, they turn around and they try to put the pressure on me. So I'm like, I respect y'all, but I need y'all to get the fuck out the room. Straight up. I need all of y'all to just bounce. Get your little stethoscope, nigga. Everybody got masks on and shit ready to go in. Niggas then walked in like this, like, we ready? I'm like, get the fuck out. And I just looked at her, and as soon as they left the room, she was able to be herself. I'm scared, Tim, and this, that, and this, and she crying, and this, that, and this, and we hugged for about 5 minutes straight. It felt like 10 minutes straight, you know what I'm saying? And just like thinking about everything, you know what I'm saying? Just really trying to figure out, like, damn, consider all of this shit. And like I said, dog, it's every time in my life, I realize as a grown-ass man, bro, and as somebody who always consciously evolving, it comes a time in my day where I have to sit down and really think about the decision that I made at that particular moment and how it's going to affect me for the rest of my life, and if I'm okay with that. A lot of times, a lot of people don't do that shit. So I think about the outcomes, and then I don't think about if I'm okay with it. I come to terms with it. Boom, off the booty, I'm like, if this happened, if that happened, it gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm breaking down because I'm like, all this preparation, all of this for it to come down to some flukety-fluke bullshit. Like I said, mind you, I don't know shit about modern medicine. I mean, I know about modern medicine. I'm not fucking Ezekiel from the goddamn Amish community. You know what I'm saying? I know about this shit, but I ain't just sat in surgery unless it was like on TV. And obviously TV, everything is dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Dramatized. So anyway, let me just continue the story. We go in there, you know, they make me wait. I'm sitting there and waiting, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Getting all these thoughts going in my head. I started to get the tears and shit going. So I wanted to say what I wanted to say just in case shit just went left. And I ain't had those... I couldn't capture my thoughts no more. You know what I'm saying? Because if shit would have went left, like, I'd have been off in the corner in the dark looking up at the sky, smoking a joint, trying to figure out what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been worrying about no YouTube or no shit like that. Nigga, I'd have been like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, all this shit would have just been done. And I'd have just been like, nigga, what now? Like, but anyway, I go in the fucking surgery room. She laying there. I'm talking about by the time I put my ass cheeks in the seat, they already just split her open. The dude was like, yeah, see, we already split you open. It's going good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. It's like I see her face. And then right next to her face, right behind her, is this fucking little bucket with a blue top on it. And it's got a hose coming out of it. And it's fucking just shooting blood through there. Just splattering that shit all through this fucking bucket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep calm. But I guess the one thing that helped was the fact that her heart rate was normal. She was high as fuck. So she was asking and saying a whole lot of dumb shit. So and she was having me interact with her, like try to keep me awake and different shit like that. So like by the time I could think of any stressful situations, I had heard baby cries. You know what I'm saying? And then they told me I could whip my phone out. And then Satira told me I couldn't whip my phone out when I first got there. So when they told me I could whip my phone out after the baby was out, then she was like, film. So then I jumped up and started filming. You know what I'm saying? So I got distracted by that. And then I was over by Amaiyah and I was filming. And something happened. I think they was getting ready to stick the thermometer in her butt or something. And I was getting ready to walk away and she grabbed my finger and squeezed it real tight and like pulled it into her body. So then I ended up standing there for like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was loving it, obviously. I'm standing there holding her, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about what songs I'm going to play for her first and shit. I went with Childish Gambino and Jasmine Sullivan. And I was the first person she saw. I was actually holding her when her eyes opened for the first time. And the third time, the second time, the eighth time. You know what I'm saying? When we got back to the room and was able to dim the lights, like, and I was doing the shirts off, you know what I'm saying, baby to daddy shirt off thing, because Satira's, her arms were numb. And they probably still are. By the time I get there, her and the baby probably still sleeping right now. I just came home to shower. I had to get her some socks because she cold in there. I'm getting her a sweater. Some undies. And I'm bringing the baby some socks because I realized we ain't had no socks in the hospital bag. But yeah, man, not to make this video too crazy. I just wanted to be able to tell this story one time for the one time without it getting misconstrued or anything like that. It's a 20 fucking minute video, but and by the time I get done with it, it's probably gonna be 25 minutes. But man, that was a crazy Christmas Eve. I think, and you know, the fucked up thing is, I got so many reasons to hate this time of year, and then this one reason just changed it all. You know what I'm saying? This one reason changed it all. I was already teetering on the fact that I wanted to change my perception on Christmas because Satirists like Christmas so much, and I like spoiling Satirists. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe I might change Not now. Not like this year. I wasn't expecting to, start liking Christmas this year or next year. Or maybe next year, because I knew he was going to have a baby. So next year I was probably starting to expect to get into it. But I was going to probably still be a little Grinch-esque. But now, man, I'm full blown. I got full blown Christmas AIDS. Full blown Christmas AIDS. Christmas cheer. The only thing I won't do is shop during Christmas time. Because the man just won't get me like that. Fuck the government. Fuck they whole corporate America establishment ass bullshit. I'm still trying to find my ways to get around. Going to Walmart and shit like that. So, anyway, that's off the subject. You already know what it is. It's your boy. But he done growed up now. He a daddy now. That boy Westbrook got a family now. In the studio. Yeah, nigga. Peace. You feel me? Let's get it.